Hey, I'm Jeff. As you can tell by my channel, Jeff in Ohio. So, generally this channel, I've kind of pivoted to what I used to do with this channel, YouTube's restrictions and things like that. I had to remove a lot of videos. So I pivoted to, I guess you could say, a pre-retirement channel. That's me. I'm 58 years old. I live in Ohio. I'm kind of going through the motions of what I need to do to retire. Now, what I've come on, or what I've realized, is a few things. There's a statement I read on the internet. It's called quiet quitting. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now with my employer. Now, I still uphold the numbers they want and things like that. But I'm kind of excluding myself from, those 10-year plans and things like that that they put out for you. I get a good evaluations every year. That I keep my job and I do what's expected of me. But there's no more drive to be anything more than where I'm at in my job now. Nothing like that. So, I guess what I'm kind of getting to in this video is the odd things, I guess, what I'm seeing in regards to being 58 years old and trying to retire or set it up. Now, money-wise, that doesn't really matter. That seems to be okay, Social Security and what I've got. Now, I intend to retire at 65, okay, which is a few years. But when you're trying to pay things off, cars, house, things like that, you start pumping the brakes a little bit, trying to slow the stuff down to pay it off. But anyway, I'm working my way to that. Now, at 65, what do I intend to do? Well, it would probably be in my best interest to keep working, doing something, some physical motivation, something like that. Now, I've been kind of looking at jobs on the internet and things like that, pretending today I'm 65. What would I do? What could I do? What are my physical limitations or whatever else? Now, when you do these searches on the internet, they always give these jobs that for senior citizens or stuff like that to do in retirement. And why is it they all say the same thing? Consulting, bookkeeper, substitute teacher. Okay. Now, all my life I've been in, let's just call it a mechanical industry. Some shape, fashion, or form of mechanical industry. Tools, using your hands to work, a little bit of college. But generally, that's where I've made my existence, is the mechanical industry. Where are the internet searches for that? Where are those? What can I do? What can you do? Can you contribute maybe to this post? What can I do that doesn't get to tax my health? Now, I'm not trying to work on cars for a living. That's just too much. What I'm kind of thinking is, maybe a delivery boy. I don't want to say boy, but delivery of some service. Like delivery of auto parts, and not CDL. And I don't mean delivery of pizza. I'm not getting shot over a pizza. Like medical supplies. There's like courier services that do that. What could you suggest that I could do? Think about it. I really don't know. I mean, I'm kind of going over it. If today I were 65, what would I do? Could I drive a cab? I thought about that. And that's way out of what I would think. And that would be relatively easy. It looks like I can set my own hours and set my own days to work, which is what I want to do. Could I work at a local Lowe's or Home Depot? Yeah, I could, but that's still a little too regimented. I just want to have a little more control over my existence. My hours. I don't want to have them tell me, when I say 4 hours a day, they say something like, well, we couldn't give you 4, but we can give you 6, and we need you to work in the evening versus the day shift. Well, for the last 20 years of my job, I've worked in the evening hours, dark. When everybody's going to bed, I'm still working. And I don't mean midnight shift. I mean like second, 3 to 11, some variation of that. So, and I'll probably finish out my last 3 years doing it. I don't mind it. It works for me. But when I retire, I'm not going to continue to do that. I still have family that I can't be on opposite shifts of them and then just go to my grave in that. I can't do that. So I want day shift hours, roughly, let's say 9 to 5. Now, at 65, you can only earn so much money. But I did see a bill or something is in government that is trying to drop that. Now, that would be good. Now, will I work full time after that? No. It's, 20, 30 hours, say Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or Monday through Thursday, a couple hours a day. Like I said, to be physically active and a little bit socially active. Could I do all that? I have some hobbies that when I felt time, I have my cameras, my video. I do a lot of scanners, shortwave. I like IndyCar. I like F1. You probably can't see those in the camera, but I got all that junk up there. I'd like to be able to do some of those. So, I don't know. I guess this is kind of a rant. If you guys could like, comment, share, and maybe say something in the comments, to help me out here with my channel. Like I said, it's just a kind of pre-retirement channel. Where do I go? What do I do? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, what do I do? I don't know, guys. I kind of lost my train of thought here, so I'm probably going to wrap the video up here and say, what are you thinking about when you retire, or when you're getting ready to retire? I don't know. I'm Jeff in Ohio. Let me know.